This is the ultimate betrayal to you women. And this is the biggest hypocritical thing Planet Fitness could have ever done. Yeah, y'all need to be shut down. Y'all are about to be Budweiser. Y'all are about to be Dilly Mulvaney. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys all being here. Welcome to my channel. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I welcome you guys. Thank you guys for all checking the channel out and making sure that you are still subscribed to the channel, right? Seriously, make sure you still are subscribed to the channel. Somebody is going to write me in this comment section and say, I looked up and sure enough, I wasn't subscribed, Ty. Trust me when I tell you, YouTube does it. Also, hit that right there so this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm. It doesn't mean you like me. It doesn't mean you like the video. It means that you want YouTube to continuously recommend my videos to you. It also helps push the video out there in YouTube algorithm, all right? Appreciate it if you do that. Make sure you follow me on all these platforms you see listed up there, down here, and all those places. Follow me there. For the ones who have joined up there on patreon.com, really appreciate it. For those of you that don't understand that, go up there to patreon.com/Modern Renaissance Man. Go up there, and once you do that and you go to that page, you will see what it all entails, all right? Let's get ready to get to this. So, this woman posted a video of something that happened in the locker room, y'all, and it's absolutely enraging to a person like me. Check this out.
Good day. I just wanted to say I just came out of Planet Fitness, and there is a man shaving in a women's bathroom. I realize he wants to be a woman. He gets to be a woman. I love him in Christ. He's a spiritual being having a human experience. He doesn't like his gender, so he wants to be a woman. But I'm not comfortable with him shaving in my bathroom.
So that was Planet Fitness customer Patricia Silva recalling an incident at the gym's Fairbanks, Alaska location, where she says a biological man was shaving in the women's locker room. Silva saying that there was a young girl who was in a towel, freaked out by the incident, and so she confronted him.
And then she reported it to staff at the front desk of Planet Fitness, who didn't really do anything, she says. Following her video, though, the video online, Planet Fitness suspended Silva's membership, saying she violated its policies. And since then, Planet Fitness's stock has taken a nosedive. Take a look at these numbers on your screen, dropping by more than 6% in the last week. Patricia Silva is the woman who had her membership revoked following the incident. She joins us here on National Report. Patricia, thank you so much for coming on. And again, your video has gone viral. Many people work out again at Planet Fitness. They're seeing a loss, obviously, over this viral video. We watched the video, and seemingly there's no hate speech involved in it. Again, you talked about your Christianity, your acceptance of everyone. But just the sheer fact of being uncomfortable with a biological man in the women's locker room. Can you take us back to that moment?
I'd be happy to, and I want to first thank you for having me on today. I think this is a very important message for not just for every gender in the world. We need to remember that every life matters, and we want to be able to accommodate, but we also want to keep safe spaces for, men, women, and other. So there are solutions to this problem. You just have to get people to go with that.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
So anyway, I went into the gym, getting ready to work out. And as I walk in the gym, there's a man in the mirror, and his reflection of my reflection, he was actually shaving his face. And full face shaving cream. And I walked past him and counted to 10 because I wanted to be calm. And as I walked out, I noticed that girl sitting in the corner. She was a young girl. I can't say what her age was, but she was wrapped in a towel, and she appeared to be very terrified that this man's in her locker room. And I said to him, hey, and he looked up. I took a picture of him, this one, and I said, I don't want to be vulgar, but I said, you're a man with a penis and you're in a woman's locker room, and that's not okay. You need to leave. And he argued with me, said, I'm LGB, I'm transitioning, and I can stay. And I said, you're making this a very uncomfortable situation. You need to leave. And he wanted to argue, so I walked out the front door. And as I walked out the front door, I stood at the edge of the bathroom because I wanted the desk was about 25 yards away, and I want everybody in the building to hear me. So I said, "Excuse me, there's a man in the women's locker room shaving his face, and it's not okay." And so I proceeded to walk out the door, and as I'm going out the door, a woman says, "It's a girl." I said, "It's a man." And that was that take on it. And I walked outside and I videotaped that message, and then I went home. And the next day, about 8:55 a.m., Planet Fitness called me and they said they were canceling my membership because I crossed boundaries. And I said, "Explain, please." And they said, "You took a picture in the men's locker room." And I said, "The sad part about this whole thing is that man can walk up to this desk and he can say he's a man, and you're not asking for a government ID that I can tell, and he now gets to enter." Now, it's not just him, it's any man that walks the streets. And that's what costs us our children and our women's vulnerabilities, rapes many times. I mean, this guy might be just fine. He might not be a perpetrator, but guess what? He's a man. He was born man, and he should choose not to be in the women's locker room, and that is my heart.
Yeah. So again, Patricia, you were saying that the photo of the person on the screen, a biological man, clearly so, claims to be a woman and therefore was using the women's locker room at the Planet Fitness. And you pointed out that you noticed that there was a young girl, unclear of the age, but clearly under the age of 18, a minor girl who was in a towel wrap, felt uncomfortable that, again, a full-grown adult male was using the same space as she was, and you took issue with that. And again, there's a reason why this story has gone viral, Patricia, and I think it's just because you are voicing such an obvious concern that many women and men would share when it comes to the safety of a woman's space. And we've been following the story. Now you've been kicked out of Planet Fitness. We do have a response by Planet Fitness, and they claim it's because you violated the gym's policies. We'll read it here for our viewers. The policy regarding transgender individuals, reading this: all members will have access to restroom and locker room facilities that correspond to their self-reported gender identity to the extent permitted by applicable law. If it is confirmed that a member is acting in bad faith and improperly asserts a gender identity, they may be asked to leave and their membership may be terminated here. So again, Patricia, were you aware of this policy? Do you believe this is an acceptable policy here?
Number one, it is not an acceptable policy. Again, any man can walk in that room, walk in the gym, and say, "I'm a girl," and walk in there. It doesn't matter. They don't have to verify anything. They have no accountability for that. Number one. Yesterday, a friend of mine went in the gym, and she said she walked in and there he was again shaving, but this time he had one of the employee women from the front desk in the room with him to protect him, to let the women walking in the gym know that he has authority to be there. And if they're uncomfortable, they can go find a stall. So here what they did, what they do there, they took a woman's rights, her safe space, and they created an unsafe space for this man or for men. And they are, I feel like that is not kosher.
Ms. Silva, I'm just dumbfounded because that's the first time I've seen a picture of this individual, and it's clearly a man in the bathroom here, despite what is going through this person's mind. But it's clear as day. And anyone that's walking in the women's restroom, seeing this person in there, obviously would be thinking, "Hey, you might have wandered in the wrong restroom here. You might want to change." Aside from that, you spoke out about it. You put the video out about it. There's been statements put out by Planet Fitness speaking out about this. I'm curious to know, have you received any backlash about you speaking out, about you taking the picture of this man in the women's bathroom? Has anyone reached out on social media about this to you?
Well, of course, once you get one person's opinion, everybody has one, and especially, the left are have threatened to come into my driveway. You know, what they forget is, we're concealed carriers in Alaska, and we're not afraid to stand up for our rights. But there have been threats to come to my driveway. I reached out to the police and asked, what are my rights? I would like an investigation over this man walking in Planet Fitness and with the authority to go into the bathroom without any validation that he is a man or male or female. And they basically told me I had no rights, that he has every right because he identifies as a girl. And I had a few words with them, and then I hung up because, I could be what it is. I took that picture for them, and I took that picture to show the community. I was bringing an awareness to Fairbanks. I had no clue, of course, that this would go viral. And I'm very glad it did, because this is going to be more than that for me now. I mean, this is my mission. I'm a very passionate, very compassionate also. I believe that this person has the right to have an establishment where he too can feel safe. And it is not in the women's bathroom. Someone reached out yesterday and said, he doesn't have any place else to go, or she doesn't have any place else to go. I said, if your born identity is male or female, you have the exact place to go. Otherwise, these establishments that wants to accommodate transgender, non-binary, they really should take the liberty to create a safe space for them if they can't go in their designated, gendered bathroom, which is male. So that's my take on that too. Yeah. But you know what? Back in 1848, women fought really hard for our rights. I mean, we fought for our rights, and it wasn't easy. There was a lot of criticism that came with that. And we're not about to give it up now. I mean, in 1848, there was a tea party of 4 women. And I think Elizabeth Stanton headed that group. But they came a long way to help us to achieve our greatness today. And there is no way we're going to let the Biden administration, who's opened the floodgates to allow these things to happen, not just in our bathrooms, but in our locker rooms and facilities and women's sports and schools. Yeah. I mean, story time, that is so disturbing that, sure, that this gets to happen. So it's not just about someone getting in the locker room. It's about everything that's being accepted in our society. So we're going to fight this in the way of helping to achieve goodness.
Yes, every single day, it seems like there's something new where you've got a biological man who is either competing against a female athlete or being in the space of a female. And it's an endless stream of stories that we've been following here on this network. And again, it reaches Americans throughout the country, all the way to Alaska, clearly in your case. A spokesperson for the gym franchise did respond to this specific case, saying this: as the home of a judgment-free zone, Planet Fitness is committed to create an inclusive environment. Our gender identity non-discrimination policy states that members and guests may use the gym facilities that best align with their sincere, self-reported gender identity. The member who posted on social media violated our mobile device policy that prohibits taking photos of individuals in the locker room, which resulted in their membership being terminated. So again, that from the Planet Fitness spokesperson. We've got just a limited time left, but Patricia, if you wanted to address that and then share with us your final thoughts.
Absolutely. So there's a bill called Bathrooms Bill, and it's been picked up in several different states. And so I've reached out to our legislators to see if we can get together and write that bill and try to get it through for a vote. We have I would really like to see more women stand up and fight for their rights, and even lib gender. I just feel like everybody needs to be a voice right now if we want to change our world around a little bit, because, God knows that we have hit rock bottom in America, and it doesn't have to be this way, it doesn't have to stay this way. So for him to say, again, there's a solution for every problem, there's an answer for every question. And what we need to do with that is go to the root of it. Where'd it come from? It came from the Beijing Biden administration that said, we are going to open the floodgates, and this culture has authority to do and go into areas such as you were talking about the sports. I mean, let's go back to Riley Gaines. I mean, she plus 15 other people as of March 2024 is suing NCAA to try to keep transgenders out of sports. That is an incredible feat, and I'm going to get behind that. I don't know what I can do for it or about it, but I'm going to do a little research, see if I can help make a difference with that also. I mean, we just have such a great mission that should not be foregone. We should not lose sight of this.
All right, Patricia Silva, we appreciate your time. We really wanted to get the story from you, from your lens, from your perspective, and the optics that followed along again as you shared this story. We've spoken with someone recently who said they're canceling their Planet Fitness membership because of your situation that you shared. So when you talk about having an impact, you do. Patricia Silva joining us live for her, again, first television interview on that. Patricia, thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
You have a great day, and thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome. Take care. And again, without her sharing the story, you might not realize that this was taking place. Clearly, it was within the Planet Fitness policy that, if you identify as a certain gender, you can use the locker rooms. Perhaps you didn't read the T's and C's when you signed on to a membership. And so maybe it'll cause people to think twice about whether or not they want to support that gym. But it just reminded me of all the stories that we've done where you've had, a biological man come into what is typically a female space.
Yeah. Yeah, you heard that. And what's crazy is that Planet Fitness backed the grown man up. So you can just come into a women's locker room, ding-a-ling out and everything. So long as you say that you are a woman, Planet Fitness let it ride. And this is the crazy, absurd, hypocritical stance Planet Fitness is. That's why nobody wants to go there. That is nothing. Planet Fitness, you guys will sit there. Somebody drop a weight too loud. Somebody wear a tank top. That's against our policies. You're making other people not feel safe. Somebody come in there because they got big giant muscles. They can't even really wear a normal t-shirt. That's intimidating. Somebody, when they really trying to put their all into it and they try to rep out one more rep. And can't be making noises like that, sir. I called out the hypocrisy of y'all life because women come in there looking like straight skanks. Y'all will be pissed off about a man wearing a tank top or a wife beater or cut off sleeves and all this, but the women can come in there dressed a particular way, looking all nasty skanks. Y'all have no problem with that when they complain about it. But my point is saying all that, you say y'all make this a safe space, except for children. Huh? A grown man shaving in a women's locker room, penis and everything, huh? With a kid in there, and y'all have no problem with that. I hope y'all get I'm glad y'all starting to see that y'all are losing money, and I hope it continues to. Guess what? Guess what happened here? We had a nice little pact with you guys in some of the central Illinois region areas. Guess what we're doing? We're taking our memberships away. The ones we've been paying for our mentees to go there, we're taking it all away. Thank you, Planet Fitness, for showing us exactly who you are. Y'all don't even have that many free weights anyway. Anyway, the lady that y'all saw in the video that called the man out, Planet Fitness came for her. Look what she wrote. She said, Planet Fitness, man in woman's locker room shaving, save the children, she said. Planet Fitness canceled my membership and allowed the pedo to stay. She said, you know what I did? I went to Planet Fitness, walked in the bathroom, and there stands a man shaving. I looked at him and said, hey. He looked up. I said, you're a man shaving in the women's bathroom. I'm not okay with that. She said, he replied, well, I'm LGB. Whatever that is, nevertheless, I told him, you're a man and you're invading my space. He wanted to argue to justify why he can be there. I walked away. I stepped out the locker room and loudly asked for the front desk, are you aware that there's a man shaving in the women's bathroom? I'm not okay with that. The two men standing at the desk put their heads down and their tails between their legs. She said, as I was walking out the door, at my back, a woman shouts, it's a girl. I shouted back, it's a man, needless to say. Now, when you click on here, I think it opens up other things she did as well. And I'm going to see if I can find it because I just seen some other letters that this lady that she wrote. She wrote like day 1 and day 2 on some different things that happened. But Planet Fitness canceled this woman's membership. Now, let's see. Some members may feel uncomfortable with transgender member using the same locker facilities, bathroom, showers, or other facilities programs separated by sex. Says this discomfort is not a reason to deny access to the transgender member. What about their member that's between their legs? Planet Fitness staff should work with members and employees to address this discomfort and to foster a climate of understanding consistent with the judgment-free character of Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness staff shall strive to address transgender members with name, titles, pronouns, blah, 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 blah. For example, transgender women shall be referred to as her. I will purposely go in Planet Fitness. And you ain't going to tell me what I'm not going to call a dude. If he's a freaking man, I'm going to call him a man. Well, that means I told y'all, it's a wrap. Y'all just lost 50 plus members. I heard about this last night, had to look into it. Planet Fitness up in the Illinois region, the ones who we have a contract with through our organization, y'all losing all 50 plus of us. It's a wrap. I promise you, I'm doing it today. It's a wrap. Absolutely ridiculous. You can imagine any of my young mentees going to Planet Fitness and there's a man in there and they come out, Mr. Ty, I'll be ready to knock somebody out. Grown man in there shaving in front of some goddamn gone kids. Yes, that's disgusting. That's nasty. It's amazing there's only men that want to be in these women's spaces. Y'all notice that? Only men. Y'all can't see this. This is the letter I was reading right here. That's the letter I was just reading off to you guys right there. I'm sorry. Get so pissed off at this stuff, but it's amazing. It's always you men that want to be in these women's spaces. Y'all don't be coming up in the men's locker room, do y'all? You don't see no butch women coming up in the men's locker room, taking everything all off. Why? Why? Huh? Why? Tell me why. Why? Because what? Huh? Women. The ones who are lesbian and butch and you claim to be a man trapped in a woman's body. Why aren't y'all ever in our locker rooms? Y'all know men ain't gonna play in there. Y'all gonna have it. You gonna mess around. I'm just playing. But my point is, why is it that these men are so comfortable going into these women's locker room? I can tell you why. What man wouldn't want to go into a locker room full of naked women? And what men wouldn't want naked women coming into the men's locker room? Notice I said men. Well, he's not identifying. I don't care what you say. There is nobody in their right mind. Grown women don't even want to be like naked in front of some little children. Grown men don't want to be naked in front of little boys. If you do and you okay with that, you think it's cool, something's wrong. Something is really, really wrong. I hope Planet Fitness, I hope y'all get boycotted to the point where y'all start to lose billions of dollars like Budweiser did too. This is absolutely unacceptable, and I'm gladly relinquishing all of our memberships with y'all. Heck, we'll set something up with Crunch Fitness now, where you will be protected. And if Crunch Fitness try to pull the same thing too, we'll just pull out. We'll just completely pull out of all of it because this is absolutely ridiculous. You guys are rather you protected somebody's mental dysphoria. You're protecting that instead of protecting the actual kid. The actual kid. Anyway, I digress, y'all. This stuff pisses me off. Yep. Mentees and ones that's watching this, I'm sorry, y'all. It's a wrap. No, there's no way. We got to send a statement, and y'all know what Mr. Ty is about. Righteousness and truth. Plain and simple. Now, if y'all want to create a bathroom for trans people, by all means, do it. Do it. I think one of our YMCA's got it like that. They got a men's bathroom and women's bathroom. Then they got a bathroom that just for if you are comfortable being around men and women naked, go right in there. But in that YMCA, I don't see anybody bringing their kids in that. None. Y'all, anyway. Woo! My back sweating and everything. Y'all just don't know. Let me know what y'all think of this. Don't forget, hit that like button right there. Also, get into your cell phones. Let somebody in your contact list of your cell phone know about this channel. Encourage them to subscribe to this channel. Make sure you also do something for me. If you have social media, let somebody in your social media know about this channel. Share it with them. I like to know what y'all thoughts is on this. I have people that follow my channel that are trans. I have people that follow my channel who have grandkids, who have sons, daughters, who are LGBTQ. Y'all know that I don't do this with no ill intent. This is nothing more than a father's response to somebody being in my possible daughter's locker room or my young man's locker room. I don't care who it is. I wouldn't even, dude, I don't even want grown men being naked in front of some of our young mentees. No. I want to know what your thoughts is on this. Am I way off? If you think so, oh well, because this is protective daddy mode right here. And I do not play that. That's crazy. Let me know what y'all think, y'all. Planet Fitness, bye-bye. I am Ty Smith, model Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.